So in this class, we will understand everything about front-end UI and UX designer. So first we will see what is the difference between front-end developer and UI or UX designer. So in the field of application development, there are two key roles that are often misunderstood. One is front-end developers and the other is UI or UX designers. So people who are starting out in these two fields are often confused regarding which specialization to follow. So both of these two roles intersect and collaborate closely. These roles play important roles in shaping the website and application experiences. So first let us see who is a front-end developer. So let us see who is a front-end developer. So a front-end developer is a professional in the field of web development who specializes in designing and implementing the user interface, that is UI. So UI stands for user interface and UX stands for user experience. So who is a front-end developer? He is a professional in the field of web development who specializes in designing and implementing the user interface and user experience of websites and web applications. And now let us see what is the primary role of a front-end developer. So the primary role of a front-end developer is to create the visual elements and interactive features that users see and interact with directly on the front end of the website or application. Now let us see why front-end development. So there are a few reasons why we opt for front-end development. So number one is low barrier to entry. Number two is awesome job prospects and increasing demand. Number three is simpler and straightforward to learn. Number four is high salaries. So let us understand about each one of them. So first reason why we need to do front-end development is low barrier to entry. So degrees are not required for front-end development for most companies. Skills matter the most. Therefore, barrier to entry is low. Number two is awesome job prospects and increasing demand. So there are about 1.7 billion websites and websites require front-end developers and front-end development demand has been increased for a decade. Number three is simpler and straightforward to learn. So compared to other niches of technologies, front-end development is simpler to understand. Number four is high salaries. So the average salary of a front-end developer is about $100K in US. So now let's see who is UI or UX designer. So just now we have seen what is front-end development and what is a front-end developer. And now let us see who is UI or UX designer. So UI, as we have already seen, UI is user interface or UX is user experience designer. So UI or UX designer is a professional who specializes in creating the visual interface that is then implemented by front-end developers. And the role of a UI UX developer is or designer is to ensure that website, mobile app or the software is user friendly and visually appealing for the user. Then again, let us see why UI or UX design. So again, you have some reasons over here. Number one is low barrier to entry. Number two is awesome job prospects and increasing demand. Number three is high salaries. So let us see why do we opt for UI UX design. So number one is low barrier to entry. So degrees are not required for front-end development for most of the companies. As I already told you, skills matter the most. Therefore, barrier to entry is low. Then number two is awesome job prospects and increasing demand. So thousands of websites are being created every year, and most of the professional websites require a UI or UX designer to create the design. Next, number three is high salary. So average salary of a UI UX designer is about 90K dollar in US, and it can be a great launch pad for other tech careers. So now let us see what is the difference between front-end developer versus UI or UX designer. So on the basis of technology required, what technology is required for a front-end developer? Number one, HTML and CSS, JavaScript, React.js, or any other popular JavaScript library. Then number four is GIT. And for a UI or UX designer, the technology required is Figma, Adobe XD, or Sketch. Number two is user research and testing. Number three is visual design principles. Number four is web accessibility best practices. And then what is the coding required for front-end developer and UI or UX designer? So for front-end developer, decent level of coding is required. And for UI UX designer, beginner level or zero coding is required. So now on the basis of salary, you can see in India, average salary of a front-end developer is rupees 5.5 lakh per annum. And for UI UX designer, it is 4.1 lakh per annum. Whereas for a front-end developer in US, it is 100K dollar. And for a UI UX designer in US, it is 90K dollar. So now let us see what are the responsibilities of front-end developer and UI UX designer. So front-end developer responsibilities are number one, implementing user interfaces based on design mockups. Number two, adding interactivity and functionality using JavaScript and libraries or frameworks. Number three is communicating with backend developers for adding backend to the application. Then there are two more responsibilities which I have not mentioned over here. Those are number four is optimizing website loading speed and working on SEO. And number five is collaborating with UI UX designers for implementing the exact design. And now let us see what are the responsibilities of UI UX designer. So number one, user research and analysis. Number two, creating wireframes and prototypes with tools like Figma, Adobe XD, Sketch, etc. Number three is designing the entire application from layouts to icons and the entire interface. Number 4 is collaborating with front-end developers. Number 5 is ensuring design consistency across platforms. Number 6 is staying updated with the latest design trends and new tools for UI UX design. Now let us see on the basis of skills and methods. So the front-end developer should have HTML and CSS skills, responsive coding, JavaScript, React.js or Next.js or Vue.js or any other popular JavaScript library. And then they should have soft skills. And a UI UX designer, they should be good at wireframing and prototyping using tools like Figma, Adobe XD, and Sketch, etc. User research and testing, visual design principles and tools, web accessibility best practices. So now let us see what should be the in-team communication. So for front-end developers, they mostly communicate with the back-end team for implementations of the website backend. And front-end developers also communicate with the UI UX designers to implement the design. And UI UX designers mostly only communicate with the front-end developers for proper implementation of the design. So now moving on to the work-life balance. So the Glassdoor estimate for front-end developer gives a rating of 4 stars in work-life balance. And the Glassdoor estimate for UI UX designing gives a rating of 4 stars in work-life balance. And coming to education requirement, so people from any background can work as a front-end developer or a UI or UX designer. So now let us see the top 10 UI UX trends for front-end developers. So as technology evolves, so does the world of web design and user experience. So it is necessary to pay closer attention to the top UI and UX trends for front-end developers who are still developing, taking on new forms and finding inventive applications for the benefit and enjoyment of users. So here we will explore the top 10 UI UX trends that are shaping the industry. So from responsive design to voice interfaces, these trends are not just about aesthetics, but they are driven by the need to improve user engagement and accessibility. So with millions of websites and apps out there, implementing these trends can help you stand out. So let's look into each trend backed by data and examples to give you a clear picture of what is hot in UI or UX design right now. So I have given you 5 UI design trends for front end development and 5 UX design trends. So the 5 UI design trends is, so you see, talking about UI design trends for front-end development, it majorly focuses on how and what we will be focusing to show to the end user. So it is all about the final look, feel, and aesthetics of design. So let's look into some top and trending UI design trends for front-end developers. So number 1 is pop of colors, dopamine inducing palettes. So using a variety of colors and design elements makes designs more vibrant and interesting. So to appeal to people from different generations from the 1970s to Gen Z, it's best to create powerful statements through techniques like color blocking, calming textures, and comforting colors. So these should be combined with nostalgic touches, overlaying them on minimalist or even unconventional layouts. So it is an amazing way of combining colors with the existing designs along with a few tweaks. So it is more about experimenting with colors rather than just sticking to neutrals and toned down colors. Now, number 2 is dark mode and dynamic themes. So, offering dark mode options and personalized themes catering to user preferences. So first, let us see what is dark mode. So this feature, growing in popularity, offers a visually pleasing alternative to bright themes, reducing eye strain in low light settings. So it conserves energy notably on OLED screens and adds a stylish aesthetic to your application. Then next is dynamic themes. So what do you understand by dynamic themes? Users can personalize their experience by adjusting color schemes, layouts and functionalities. So this fosters a stronger connection to the application, enhancing satisfaction and engagement. So implementing these features elevates user experience and accommodates diverse preferences. Now, there are some websites using dark mode and dynamic themes, that is iMotion Factory, Tesla. They are using black background with vibrant animations and color accents. Whereas Tesla, it is using dark mode with subtle red pops for branding and key calls to action. Then number three is large fonts along with immersive design experience. So taking a glance at some of the top known brands like Apple, Louis Vuitton, Zara, etc. So it is noted that websites are using huge font size to put impactful emphasis on the content. So huge font sizes appears as a general pattern of home pages that provide an immersive experience by taking a look at their websites. So a brand's website speaks a lot about the product, brand, and what it can bring to our lives. So the websites are neat and just feature the most crucial data and categories. So appropriate emphasis makes an impact and enhances content readability. So this trend would majorly help websites to come up with better designs where there are no irrelevant images, too much text, or graphics present. So, keeping all the focus intact within the limited text information. So, like which are the websites using large font? NASA, Apple, National Geographics. Then, number four is use of full card interfaces. So the use of cards in the user interface is becoming popular trend. So a card as a component itself is a very versatile element of design, as a container holds a lot of information. So the card holds information as well, making it easy to differentiate between too much information. So such as the use of cards as a product listing page on any e-commerce application, and a card can practically fit any information set that can be displayed with it, including product previews, blog entries, videos, photos, step by step instructions, tasks, etc. So when used properly, cards may efficiently organize the interface information and significantly improve the user experience. So which are the websites which are making use of full card interfaces? That is Spotify, Pinterest, Trello, Material Design. So these are the companies which are using these full card interfaces in their websites. Number five is flashy gradients. So gradients, whenever and wherever used, make the designs look pleasing and flashy. So gradients are merely altering the mood, so it is sure that they are not moving in any direction any zone. Along with pop color, picking the right color for gradient on a basic design and theme makes the design look even more eye-catchy and aesthetically pleasing. So, although by no means it is a new trend, but indeed it keeps growing and appears in brand and web assets in a variety of industries outside of technology, like Duolingo, Figma, Superhuman. These are the companies which website. These are the brands which are using websites, like they use flashy gradients. So these were a few amazing UI design trends which you should give a try once. So now let's look into UX design trends for front-end developers. So these are the UX design trends. So number one is seamless cross-device compatibility. Number two is accessibility design for all. Number three is personalization at its best. Number four is a hint of micro interactions. Number five is design hitting to AR and VR. So first, let us see what is seamless cross-device compatibility. So it is the best way to keep users aligned and stick to your products, just like how Apple does. It makes a seamless and user-friendly environment for users that make sure that user does not miss out on anything while using any product. And what do you mean by cross-device integration? So it is crucial for allowing consumers to switch between devices seamlessly and still have a consistent experience. It makes users form a habit of using those products over time and again as they make everything feel seamless and integrated to use. So there would be many opportunities for brands across the globe to implement a seamless cross device and reduce drop-offs for them. So users undoubtedly they have new and beneficial uses for this kind of flexibility that go beyond simply being a habit that has become an expectation. So which are the websites which use seamless cross device compatibility? That is Google, Apple, Netflix, Pinterest, Bootstrap. Now, coming to number two, that is accessibility design for all. So, accessible designs are not just a need, but more of a necessity to have. So, it helps everyone, irrespective of the fact whether they have any permanent or temporary disability or not. So, this year, the European Accessibility Act was enacted into law in every member state of the European Union. So, by 2025, all relevant businesses within member states must adhere to this legislative requirement in full. So, this requires businesses to implement a set of universal guidelines for accessibility standards that are relevant to a variety of goods and services, including computers, operating systems, ATMs, cell phones, banking services, e-books, and online shopping. So, which are the websites using accessibility? That is BBC, Khan Academy, Web AIM, A11Y Project, City of Helsinki. So these are the ones. And then number three is personalization. So expecting designs to be adaptive and emotional as per user needed is something that would bring a lot more change to the UX world. So making sure that users can personalize the experience as and when they want, it is unique and much needed. So every other thing has a website or app nowadays giving users that more fitted and best experience comes with a lot of effort. As a means of preserving and strengthening the bond between customers and products, we anticipate seeing a stronger emphasis on personalization. So it is high time for companies to increase their understanding of the types of contextual data that can be gathered in order to build stronger and, of course, more advantageous relationships. So this would improve user understanding and what they expect from the app or website. So Amazon is using this kind of personalization, Nike, Sephora, the New York Times, Tesla. These are the brands which use personalization at its best. Then number four is a hint of micro interactions. So not expecting to go all mad over micro interaction, but to increase reasons other than emotional design and UI joy. Micro interactions will continue to be the focus of UX, such that it would be better to effort. It would be an effort to improve the quality of human computer interaction. So it would be right to say that certain right use of system triggered micro interactions would lead to system feedback. Just to give an example, just like a sign up form, adding a micro interaction where the user entered the wrong information incorrectly, it becomes very evident to give them feedback then and there. So Apple is using this kind, Slack, Material Design, these three brands are using this kind of micro interactions. Then number five is design hitting to AR and VR. So, one of the most required UX trends is to bring AR and VR to life and make it a part of the user's everyday life. So, compared to the metaverse, the application of augmented reality in daily life has increased compared to earlier. So, be prepared for wider use of AR technology in more apps by significantly expanding the features and functionalities of applications. Augmented reality has AR is augmented reality. It has effectively evolved into a tool of enhance users' app experiences. For example, Apple is always a step ahead in technology and innovation. It brings AR and VR to life just by providing an option to see the product in your own environment. Not only this, Apple has been very innovative with spatial UI. They have made it possible to handle everyone just in a blink of an eye. So, Google Lens is using this kind, IKEA Place, Amazon Product View, they are using AR features. And the websites with VR feature is NASA VR, Artist 360, Google Arts and Culture. So these are the brands which are using VR features. So that's it for the day.